Greetings, fellow dragon fruit growers. This is Paul, and today we're going to do a somatic graft update. Now you can see here when we visited Wallace Ranch, we saw the Wallace Ranch hybrid where Julio Robles did this type of graft and was successful years ago. And he recommended that we should prune the new growth until something different forms. So you can see here my 6S crossed with Natural Mystic has a bit of rot, and the 6S side grew and it looks exactly like my 6S, so I pruned it off. Now you can see here I'm pruning off my Desert King crossed with Connie Meyer because the new growth is pure Desert King. So here we are now with some more grafting fun. Now the growth that you really want off of this type of fusion is this. You can see here I found it online. Hopefully it's not a fake, but that sort of thing can occur in rare instances. So in order to try to promote this unique style of hybrid, I'm going to try something that I was thinking about doing and Nick beat me to it, Nick C, in our Facebook group. And what that is you want to prune off all the thorns, or the aerials you could say. So that way it forces to either do nothing or promote this really unique type of fusion. So I'm going to remove all these old spines and where the flowers are forming on this. And you can see, there we go. So I wrapped these up and did the graft about a month ago. I just wrapped them up in tape and left them alone for an entire month. And you can see that this one's a really good one. Looks like a good fusion. This one is decent. And this is Sugar Dragon crossed with Maria Fusia. Hopefully it will take, but you can see that there's some gaps in there. But it still could be successful, so I'm going to remove the thorns off of this one. Make sure you're using clean tools. I sanitize these with rubbing alcohol. That was destructive. And then this one has 3 sides, so there you go. So I'm going to try 2 ways now. You can see I just removed all the thorns off of these 2. You can see that this is a 2-sided branch, so I thought that would be hopefully more successful. We'll see. And then this one has 3 sides. If you're wondering what SD9 means, it's my friend Danny's Sugar Dragon. It's his most productive Sugar Dragon plant. It had produced 9 fruit on one branch, 9 good-sized fruit on one branch. So it's a really productive Sugar Dragon. Again, it's just Sugar Dragon, in my opinion. So this time, for these, I'm going to try to cross Danny's Pride of Fallbrook with Sugar Dragon, but you can see I removed all the thorns a few weeks ago. So now let me get set up and let's try to do a somatic fusion with these 2 varieties. Okay, so I've cleaned all the tools here, and you can see I started to film this and I messed up. I didn't cut quite all the way along the core, so I'm going to discard this piece, and I'm only going to get 1 viable graft off of these 2 pieces. So the key is you don't really want to go from this end of the core. This is where it was connected to the other branches. You want to go from the other end, from the top down. So in this case, I messed up. I'm going to have to shave it just a little bit until I can expose that core using a very sharp knife. This is a grafting knife I found on Amazon. And this one is not going to be very pretty graft, but you don't need to be pretty to be successful. There we go. So see how it's exposed all the way down? That's what you want to do. I'm going to cut this a little bit off. Okay, hopefully this next one will be cleaner. So again, you don't want to go from this end, where it's really been dried for a while too. I've had it out for about a month. You want to go at this end. There we go, straight down, don't cut yourself. I can already tell I kind of missed the core. So I'm going to have to go farther down. Sometimes you could get lucky and get it all the way down the middle, especially with younger growth. But since I'm using older growth this time, it's a lot harder because that core is more woody. I'm gonna cut a little more going this way. There we go, see that wood? And it's almost easier if you had two people. This is a hard graft to do by yourself, especially filming, I'll say. Now I went too far, as you can see. Bummer. That is what makes it so hard using these more woody cores, but I think I'm just gonna try these two and see what happens. No, it's gonna rot. Okay, so this is a hard graft to do, especially by yourself. So you can see that I have the core exposed here, exactly like you want it, and I've messed up on the other piece. So I went and grabbed another small mature piece off of Danny's Pride of Fallbrook, and I'm gonna try to repeat this process here. So what I'm gonna do is really try to get it straight down, and then kind of split it. I can already tell you it's a little off. This is hard to do. But if you persevere, you'll be successful. So right now I'm just above the core, so I'm just gonna dispose of that. Again, make sure your tools are really clean. And let's get this done right. Crows are laughing at me. Okay, there we go. See how I'm exposing the wood, the woody core? It's exactly what you want to do in this graft, in my opinion. Okay, so now you need to line these up and fuse them correctly, and you also want to have them the same length. So I'm going to cut this off a little bit. There we go. Then the last step is to match it up, keep it tight, and tape it up. Oh no, look at that. No thorns. There. Okay, so now to match it up, you want to tape it really tight. Really, really tight. It's looking good so far. Again, keep it lined up and keep it really tight. Now you can also use clamps if you wanted to. I've done that before. But you don't want to hurt the plant. So you could just clamp it tight like that. But it can also mess it up, so. There we go. Now in this case I'm not going to use one. I think it's just tight enough. And what I'll do is I'll wrap it one more time with a little bit more tape. That's getting tight. And then just let it sit for about 3 weeks in the shade. That's what I do. I've been leaving it in full shade just outside of the greenhouse. And after about 3 weeks or so, no water, Just let it be. It will fuse like this. And this is exactly what you want. This is a solid fusion in my opinion. And so hopefully we'll get some unique growth off of one of these. And again, don't expect this to be successful. It's highly unlikely that this type of graft will be successful. Julio could have gotten lucky, but it's possible. And that's what makes this so exciting. So again, prune off that growth if you think it doesn't look unique, and keep trying, keep experimenting. All right, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day. Take care.